Oh boy.
Yes, I saw it moved.
It moved.
It moved, yes.
Okay, let me go. Look. You might be facing right now the historical moment in a lifetime. As close as I was possible to present, I give you details about Harold Coleman, 1956, free energy device that uses 100% non-radioactive components. It does not use lithium batteries that contaminate our world, or any kind of lead acid batteries, where the bloodsuckers of this world are allowed to make them because somebody has enough money to force the law to be able to do that. I'm providing in here checked proof of concept. I claim, or based on my personal opinion, is more safe than microwave. And it cost $10 per 70 years, it looks like. The device might be even tomorrow the solution for gasoline, gas, and electric. So you just take out the gasoline engine and put the electrical one, and the small car is being powered. Would the big one be able to handle it? Possibly yes. Tube number 2.
Do you have some like needle or something like that? Small?
Small needle?
Like
my wife does that.
No,
does
just
that.
something so I can put a couple of them inside.
Oh, I see. Hold on. I'm gonna find something. Hold on.
Tiny.
It's a little bit too much, too small. It's not even taking the layer.
Yes. Let's do like that.
It's okay?
Yeah. Let's try this one.
That's, what is it now? Zinc?
Zinc.
So we put copper, we put what? Was the second one?
The chemicals.
Yeah.
And then we put some zinc.
Oh, yeah, but the chemicals was what?
All together, like phosphate, cobalt, and...
Oh, the black one is already...
Yes, the mixed.
Mixed. Try to cover at least the layer.
So it won't make any. Last time we made some. Last time we couldn't achieve the. It was too much carbon. Probably current.
That's copper?
It's copper now. Exactly the something still has to go. Yes.
It's copper, more copper, right?
Yes, more copper and
Hold on.
a bit more zinc.
That's the zinc now, right?
Yes. 516.73. 516, let's see. It's too much, but... Okay, let's see how much is 500. This is 50. But many of it stays on the paper and we're gonna lose it. No, it won't work that way. So what we can do, we can directly scale it to 0. It'll be easier.
Okay.
But this is more than 20 grams, unfortunately. So this only gives it up to 20 grams.
No, but then we're not gonna okay, try that. But then
This is how many grams? 8 grams.
8 grams.
And then we should pour it. Should be a tiny spoon like this. This is something that your hands should not be. Can you do that, Wesley, you think?
How about like
This would never
but if you put too much of it?
This is 100. There's something wrong with the calculation. That
Okay.
much of it, that much of powder is... No, we cannot get 15 of it.
Too much?
Too much? Did I make the calculation wrong? It's too much. Oh, and they're asking like... No, it's because they maybe this part is kind of big. This part is the hard part. There is the way that we can cut this part to the minimum.
To the minimum is not gonna hold.
It's not gonna hold.
It's not gonna hold. The whole purpose is that you put it in and you twist just a little and it holds. Just a little twist. See?
Yes.
Now it's hold.
But we got the part. This should be. It should be
Right now you put too much, right?
maybe. But what is the idea of this one? Can we measure that again? It should be 4.8.
Hold on. Documentary. Okay, directed to what I'm doing. So I'm screwing from one side. I'm screwing from one side. Screw it. Screwing it from one side. Now what I do is, because I have a flexible in here.
By the way, your audio sounds a little bit, to me it sounds like it's overdriven, so I'm not sure if you can crank the mic gain down.
Okay, how about if I speak a little bit further from the microphone? That might be due to the very unusual antenna that I'm using. Is it clear more right now?
It's a little bit better for me, and you said you're trying a different antenna?
No, I was doing a scientific project and I connected. I'm using 45 millimeters long glass pipe at the inside diameter of 5 millimeters with a powder in it, and I'm able, through the repeater on the frequency of 448700 transmitting frequency, connect to the Orlando, Florida. Something unbelievable. Back to you.
Yeah, well, the repeater in Orlando is linked, not with Echolink, but it's linked up to a repeater in New York and LA and several other places.
So in other words, I was using that tube only with nothing connected to it, connected with two short leads, about 5 centimeters each one, to the coaxial cable, and the end of the coaxial cable was connected to the transmitter working on 70 centimeters. And then I find out something strange happened.
Oh boy.
Yes, I saw it moved.
It moved.
It moved, yes.
Okay, let me go. Look.
Not now, probably. While you are...
No. Right now it's on the battery. Hold on. It's on zero. It moved.
It moved, yes. I saw it moved. It was all the way up and it
Okay, hold it, hold it. Gosh, I don't remember the frequency. I've changed the frequency.
It was a radioactive antenna, Wesley. What you made it. What was the frequency, Wesley?
I'm doing it right now.
So the same frequency? Maybe while you are talking, it's a different thing.
No.
Wesley, I need to go to toilet. I got too much
Okay,
excited.
okay. Cool.
Yeah, try to put as small as possible.
Yeah, so in other words, we had some changes about 140, 150 megahertz, but when I put the 140, it didn't have the reaction at all, and the Geiger meter doesn't show any radiation at all. The historical moment has come. I'm revealing all of the secrets of that technology to the humanity and anybody who is interested with it. This is the future. growing up. Uh-huh. Okay, I'm holding with one hand the coil and I'm slightly moving the coil to the compound, changing the angle a little bit, or the coil that is on it is growing up. Okay, I see the response. Uh-huh. Okay, good. It's a pity that I cannot record what I'm doing right now. Anyo? Anya? Anyo? Anya? I was calling my wife to help me out. She was sleeping. Holy shit. So what I'm gonna do is, I was touching with the hand this wire that is going to the capacitor. Everything is random, nothing is measured. Right now it's 0. Hold on, I'm gonna put it down. I'm transmitting on the frequency 448878. And I'm getting right now a power of 40 something 40 something watts. And this is my Geiger meter. Oh boy, how can I do that? And nothing is moving right now. I probably need to do a little bit with the compound. have a coil here. The coil is connected in series to the capacitor. Nothing is calculated. Everything is totally random. It's like a child is playing with it. And I'm trying to see the movement when I'm pressing the button. Now, I see cable from the microphone. Let me put a little bit light on. Okay, like that. I see the cable microphone touching this, and when I'm moving all of that chaotic structure like that between these two wires, and the one goes here, okay, the green wire. Okay, I see that while I'm moving the microphone, I'm changing the power. So it's completely random. Everything is right now random. I'm trying to position the microphone so the wires are tangled and create some kind of the most of the power being sent. And now I'm trying to make this the Geiger meter to react. How can I make it? Okay, I'm not changing the frequency right now, so I need a third hand. I don't know how to do it, because now what I have to do is, maybe I do it this, it's going up. Now at this time didn't go all the way up, and I'm having only about 25 watts of power. Now, and now I'm gonna release the button and see what's happened. My hands are here. This is my other hand. Here. Didn't return, pull to zero. Slowly. Now, this is without me. This is without the hands. So this aftershock is with my hands in here. Okay. See, we're gonna have any other aftershock. Now it's close to zero. I'm gonna repeat it again. With the same hand, I'm gonna press it. I put that on, and there is a power on. There is a power on. It's going on up there. It's going on over there. It's going on over there. It's going more. It's going more. It's going more. Okay, now I'm gonna release the button. Now it's slowly going down, and now I'm looking for the aftershock. Now my hands are here. See if we're gonna have an aftershock. Put my hands in here, press the button. Press the button. Now I'm getting 25 watts. It's going up. It's going up. It's going up. It's going up. Okay, it's some fluctuation, I don't know why. Now I'm releasing. This is my hand. Let's see if we have an aftershock. Okay, it's going up. It's going up. Okay. Wow! Now I'm releasing the button. Look, these are my hands, two hands. Let's look for aftershock. This is my one hand, this is my second hand. It's not zero. Let's see if we're gonna have aftershock. And one more time the same. Pressing the button, putting the power on. Didn't do much. Okay. Didn't do much. Okay, it's going on. It's going on. Still didn't return to zero. Almost returned to zero. And with the other hand, I'm gonna do it. Yes. Of transmission 448870. Now what is happening with the meter is that when I'm pushing, now I have a sort of clear picture. Check. Hey! This is by itself! I didn't touch it. Let me check if this is hot. No, this compound is completely not hot. And I'm not having zero here. God, how can I make this? Hold on.
And the final moment is validation of the technology of Coleman from patent of 1956. That is no longer protecting, and anybody could use the technology. I, Wesley, state the technology works as in the patent. New future for humanity.
It's going to be a little bit fuzzy because the camera is cheap camera. So what we have in here is this part here. Maybe start from this is the feeding. Now you see the little part of the inside diameter. So from here to the other end, let me move that. The other hand in here. So this part is brass, and this part is brass. Then I'm gonna move that in here. This is copper. From here to here is copper. Then you see this layer. Now this layer, if I remember correctly, I had to find a guy who was with me, and he was doing that. This was the first tube assembled. I'm not sure if here we have a very thin layer of cobalt and graphite, but then in here we have a zinc, and then we have definitely 100% in here the small layer, very small layer. I'm gonna try here. It's out of focus. This camera is cheap. I don't have the money to buy another one, the better one. Okay, this one is a cobalt. Now all of the substances in here are not radioactive. You cannot find any radioactivity in here. So with that, I'm validating the original patent from 1956, Coleman, as truth and working one. What it appears is that electromagnetic wave in my particle situation of about 25-26 watts, not less than this, that are able to trigger that compound. Now what I also find out, I don't know why, the granulated copper that I have in here wasn't really conductive. We're gonna find out from the manufacturer why it wasn't conductive. So when I put the ohm meter from here to over there, the resistance of the compound was extremely high. So none of my meters could manage that. I have a 1K magnetic analyzer could manage that, and plenty of others. Now the statute of limitation that I have had is that this device 4194 impedance gain phase analyzer is only giving me the impedance to 40 megahertz. I don't have the probe for it to 100 megahertz, but still is much below. The vector network analyzer Advantage R374B works only to 50 megahertz. I'm a low frequency guy. I got a lot of help from the spectrum analyzer and Advantage R3267, being able to see the frequency of the transmitter. Now the input from that spectrum analyzer is connected here to the attenuator, and then out of the attenuator have nothing. So I don't have any connection in here. So the radio wave that was transmitted was able to, from that coil or from the two pieces of wire connected to the coaxial cable. I'm gonna go through the coaxial cable. This is the coaxial cable, output of 70 centimeters band is going here, 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 and then in here. See, I had this structure, very much chaotic structure, because I didn't have any tuning network. So I was using wires as, okay, so this one disconnect itself. Oh, the radio is still working. Okay, it's when this thing falls, disconnect itself. Hold on, let me do it. Okay, like that. So, what was that then? I have a 2 leads of that coaxial cable. I have a 2 leads. Then one goes to the green wire. Then the green wire is connected to one side of the coil. The coil is random. I didn't even have anything, just was random. The other one, the black wire, is going back. Oh boy. No, it wasn't like that. It was not like that. I had that. Oh, I see. The reason that the wire was disconnected was because I had this capacitor in series and was standing here. It fell down. I was working till 7 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so there was the series resonance circuit, coil, and the capacitor, and connected to the transmitter. So all of the tangles of the wire gave me ability on the transmitter to see that when I push the button, I gotta push the button here. I didn't want it to touch anything right now. That right now I have only 10 watts or 12 watts. It's not enough. In order to activate the compound, I need to have at least 25 watts. So by moving that microphone and all of this stuff, I was just seeing on the needle in here going even up to 15 watts, because this transceiver is capable at 70 centimeter bands to 50 watts maximum. But at 25, 26 watts, the activation happened. Now, as you see in here, you don't have a 14 layers or whatever that is in the patent. You have just a first pipe that we made. Oh, I see in here something. Okay, I forgot about this layer. Okay, we have a brass feeding, we have a zinc, we have a copper, then we have a very, very thin layer, I believe it's a cobalt and graphite, then we have a zinc, then you have a cobalt and graphite, and then we have a copper and then the brass fitting. So from one side we have a copper touching the brass fitting, and from the other side we have a zinc. But because the structure, you see, you don't have a connection here. I was trying also to deliver the voltage here, but the resistance of the compound is absolutely big one. And the problem with the copper powder that I have in here is that for some reason, we don't know why, so I was able to activate the compound, but I wasn't able to withdraw the electricity from the compound. Is that if you look at that stuff, I have only one hand, and I'm gonna try to immerse these two probes here with one hand like that, and try to immerse them like that. Okay, so we have the exposed ends and immerse them. And the resistance is too big for the Ketley 179A, which I'm using the ohm meter from it, hold on, like that, to be read. And this is a copper. It's a copper powdered. So the next thing we're gonna manufacture, we're gonna find out from the manufacturer is why. The same is happened with the zinc, and I have a little zinc in here left over because all of the chemicals are gone, and I know why. Okay. Okay, and when I did it with the zinc, it is also non-conductive for some reason. Strange thing. So, again with that, I'm validating the patent. It's true, it's working. The activation through the electromagnetic wave. The frequency, the original in the patent was 300 megahertz. Okay. This is the fitting that I have used to close the ends of the pipe. When you put you put on lathe only that squarish part. Now you trim or skin only 70% of that squarish part, of that part. You cannot go further because it's gonna fall down, because this is the hole in here. So then you put that into the end of the pipe like that, both sides, and you go to diameter. Now, I said that the inside diameter is 5 millimeters. Actually, this is a European tube, so it's metric. It's, I believe, 479, 477, something like that. No, yeah, 473 of millimeter. Now, as a compactor, I use this drill bit, and I was punching it. In here you have a label at Home Depot for that fitting. So what about Capenati? Was he hiding similar concept? No, from 1956. Inside his tubes, whatever he was doing. Definitely, I've seen it on my own eyes. I've been in Georgia, I've been in Tbilisi, and the device works. We don't know how it works. Ariel Capenazzi had a chance to have a big money. But when it comes to that, he back off, creating a lot of problems to others. Maybe I'm wrong, but the typical technique of TK is he agrees to whatever conditions. He asks for $3,000-4,000. Then you come over, and all you gotta be doing is just waiting. And the show is gonna be few hours before your flight. So you have to rush to the flight, and you have no time to go further or review whatever you've seen. I was his guest. He never took any money from me. I was the lucky one. Why? Because I'm a crazy scientist, or playing with the science, or maybe I'm nobody. It doesn't matter. The matter is, we're fighting for the clean environment. We're fighting for a better future for our children. So what is better future for our children? Lithium-ion batteries? What is lithium? Is lithium little? Guys, you're buying all of that stuff, you're disposing all of that stuff, and somebody allows to do it because somebody makes buck on it. We have a gasoline, and we have fumes and contaminants and everything else because somebody makes a mark on it. The nuclear power is dangerous because of the danger of explosion. But at the same time, if you take the microwave by itself is based on my opinion, personal opinion, that's the legal term, if concentrated, much more dangerous than this device. What was poison? Over there. Actually, on my way. So, let's say this thing is contained. And let's say this thing is able to give you a significant amount of power for the small car. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen is the gasoline engine is gonna be taken out of the car, small car. The small electric motor is gonna be put there and cost $100. Use one. Let's say $500. Not the lithium-ion batteries. Lead is what? How much lead is in one battery and how much lead was in the device that you seen? Nothing. Zero. So I don't discourage or encourage anybody. Don't try it. Don't touch it. Never do it. Nope, nope, nope. You just pay. You're good in it, don't you? Let everybody else to make a buck. Keep you in the shadow. Make you dependent. The hysteria about radioactive material, radioactivity, is pumped by big money. And those entities, those people, based on my personal opinion, want us to pay for lead-acid batteries, for the gas, gasoline, electric. This is what controls your wallet. This is what controls your life. You have a choice. The tiny, properly approved device with a proper scientific exposure in a certain cage, living 70 years and costing you $10 possibly. Need the replacement for one time for 70 years. Right. Or live the way that you're living now. It is about you guys. Again, I stress that I have used zero of radioactive materials. All of the components were non-radioactive. It is only the activation of the compounds that makes it energy transmitters, clean energy transmitters. It's much more safer, based on my personal opinion, than any kind of batteries of today, or lithium, or ion, or anything, whatever. Then gasoline, then all of the fumes, then all of these contaminants. This is the future, and it's working. Is in within your reach. I have a dream that you drive your cars and fuel your car while driving using energy of 25 watts or maybe less, provided from taxpayer money by the government. That's all. After your device is discharged, no trace of anything, radioactivity, nothing. Safer than microwave that you use in your kitchen. My personal opinion. Have a good night. Sweet dreams.